What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz, the man, and yes, as you see, the sun is shining on your boy. It feels good. I feel radiant. So hopefully y'all will enjoy my radiant energy that I'm getting from the sun, and hopefully my message is going to come across well. Today is a very important day when it comes to talking about y'all relationships and the things that we're used to saying, the things that we're used to doing that are actually very toxic and problematic for the relationships and the ones that we're even participating in. All right, so today I'm gonna talk about toxic traits, common things, common traits that a lot of relationships have or say or do today. Y'all might be surprised by some of these. So before I start, make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, tell me what y'all think, tell your boy whatever's on your mind about the things I'm gonna say, and let's get started. The first one I'm gonna talk about is the saying, the common phrase, "you're mine." Now, this phrase is not or does not mean the same for every relationship and for everyone. Saying "you're mine," or "she's mine," or "he's mine," it could signify a beautiful commitment between two. But with the wrong one, it signifies an outright possession, just as if you are an object. So when you're with the right one, saying "you're mine," saying he's yours or she's yours, there's nothing wrong with that, because y'all are leading with love, y'all are leading with faith, y'all are leading with goodness, right? So there's no ill will behind your saying that this person is yours. But when you are with the wrong one, when you are with a bad person, a person who says this literally means "you are mine." Therefore, what I say goes. What I tell you to do, you're going to do, because you are mine. And most people who are in this situation that are of ill will, when they say this, usually they don't say it the other way around. They say you are theirs, but they'll never say that they are yours, because you are their possession. To these people, it does not go the other way around. So you got to be careful of that common phrase. Like I said, when there is a couple, a relationship, a marriage, a union, whatever it is, of two good people, when they say this, there's no problem with it, because they're leading with love, right? They're leading with goodness. But man, when you got the wrong person who is not leading with love, who is literally meaning what they say, and when they say that you are theirs, be wary of that. Take note of that. There is power in words, and that's a very common thing between a lot of relationships, but it has to be said with the right person. All right, so let me go to the next common but toxic trait that are in a lot of today's relationships and relationships period, which is the phrase, "I beat you because I love you." Now, a lot of us remember who had parents who used to beat us with switches and belts, and because we did something stupid and bad, and they would say, "I'm beating you because I love you." Right? We used to hear that as a kid, and I guess it made sense back then. But just think about this. There are relationships out there with grown people, not kids, not parents to children, a grown man to a grown woman saying, "I'm beating you because I love you." It is happening to adults. This is not the same situation as when we got beat back in the day as kids. Two adults. And usually it's the man telling the woman, "I beat you because I love you." And also think about this. In those relationships, the woman is accepting of this saying, and it is more common than you think. If there is ever a situation where a man who is supposed to be your loved one, supposed to be your man, is telling you that he is going to hurt you because he loves you, he's lying to you. Love and hurt, love and damage, love and pain, love and abuse do not belong in the same sentence. They are literally on opposite planets from each other. The problem is when problematic people, put them together for their own gain. Because trust and believe, I would never beat my woman because I love her. How does that make sense? Why would I hurt my woman, my lover, my lady, and in some cases your wife or whatever, because you love them? Please make that make sense. And to the men out there who are like this, who are trying to make excuses for this, how would you feel if a man said that to your daughter? Now he's beating your daughter because he loves her. It's a lot of hypocrisy out here. But that is one common phrase, more common than you know, that is super toxic. You're not beating someone because you love them. Get that out of here. Let's go to the next thing. The next toxic thing, the number 3 toxic thing that is very common in a lot of relationships today, and relationships as a whole, is saying, I treat you how you treat me. Now, this is the most petty thing ever. And a lot of people hate to admit it, but it is super immature. And I know this because I was that immature at one point. I would treat people how they treat me, even my lady. Now, let me flip it, right? Almost like the earlier point I made. When you say this to someone you're doing good to and they're doing good for you, this is an amazing thing. I treat you how you treat me. You do me good, so I do you even better. And then you're going to do me better because I do you better. Now I'm going to do you even better. Like it's almost like an eternal loop of goodness, of charity between each other. Like you're doing this for me and I'm going to show you. Now I'm inspired to treat you even better than you did me. And now it's just an abundance of love between y'all two, right? A beautiful thing. Flip side of the coin, when you're with someone who is petty and about revenge and about getting the last word, this saying is not beneficial in any way. Because if they treat you in a bad way, now you're going to treat them worse. And now that you treated them worse, they're going to treat you even more worse. And now it's just an eternal loop of negativity and nothing gets solved. There is no love. Love is being replaced by negativity. Love is being replaced by your pettiness. This is one thing I follow in my life, right? And I've learned this because I was like this at one point. I treat people how I treat people. It is standard. I treat people with respect. I give people an opportunity to show themselves, whether it's positive or negative. I let people earn their respect with me, their trust with me. But trust and believe, if you deny or you disrespect, I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to sit here and have a petty battle with you. Like, oh, you treated me bad, so now I gotta treat you worse to show you, to prove my ego, to fill my bucket of stupid eagleness. Probably not a word, but you know I create words here, so let me fly. I don't have time. I don't have the energy, and at the end of the day, it's stupid. So for all the relationships out there, this is not a deal breaker because it can be fixed, but there gotta be a commitment to maturity at some point between one of y'all or both of y'all. Cut out the whole I treat you how you treat me. If someone's treating you wrong, you either give them a chance or move on, because you are hurting yourself by going back and forth, even if this man or this woman is your loved one. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of both of y'all time, and it's not helping nobody. So let's go to the next point. And I see this in a lot of women. This common but toxic phrase in a lot of relationships is when she says, it is what it is, I love him. Now, when I hear this, when I hear women say it is what it is, he is who he is, I love him, it sounds like surrender. It sounds like you're throwing a white flag and now you're just settling for whatever happens, whatever he gives you, whatever you just want to take whatever. And I hate to see that, because you'll see people in relationships, they'll prolong their relationships because in their hearts and their minds, they feel like it is what it is. He's not going to change, and I want to be with him, so whatever. But I just don't want y'all to be out there realizing your mistakes and staying, and then at that point it's already too late. At that point you already wasted 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. You already made a marriage commitment to this person. You already have kids with this person. Never accept it is what it is, because usually it is what it ain't. If your man is not ready to correct himself on the things he needs to work on, or the negative things, or the things that's hurting you in your relationship, then you know what you need to do. Move accordingly to that. Never settle for something that is not good to you and not for you. Never let those words escape out of your mouth. It is what it is. Especially following up saying you love him. It doesn't make sense. And most times y'all know the truth, because when y'all say these words, your feelings don't match. Y'all say these things and your stomach drops because you know you're saying something that's wrong. You don't even believe the words you say. So how about we be honest with ourselves and accept the truth? And those words, it is what it is, ain't the truth. And don't try to use love as an excuse to anchor yourself in this toxic relationship. Let's go to the last point, the fifth point. The fifth thing that is super common but super toxic in today's relationships and relationships as a whole. And this is a thing for the men, a saying that is popular amongst men, and that is happy wife, happy life. I hear a lot of y'all groaning already. And that's cool, because I'm here to tell you my perspective from a man's point of view in hopes that it helps y'all. Happy wife means happy life is not a complete sentence. It is not a complete saying. It is not a complete thing, because the wife is not married to herself, right? Now, I do agree. If your wife is happy, then your life is more likely to be happy, because your relationship is more likely to be happy, because she is half of you. She's half of your life. She's a big part of your life. I understand. But there's something missing with that, right? Happy wife, happy husband, happy life, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because let me tell y'all the truth, and this is based on husbands that I know, friends that I know that are married. A lot of them are secretly unhappy, and a lot of them have even tried to communicate it with their wives, and their wives didn't accept it, or they shrugged them off, or said they were acting soft, a lot of things. But at the end of the day, their communication didn't get through to show their unhappiness in their relationship. The wife is happy because he's doing everything in his power to make her happy. But what about him? He's not happy. He's lacking. He's crying for help in his own relationship, in his own marriage. And you hear this phrase all the time on commercials, all over the place. But I always looked at it as an incomplete thing. Make sure y'all are looking out for y'all husbands out there. Make sure y'all are also looking out for your men out there. Your boyfriend, your whatever, fiance. Because you are not married to yourself. And the thing with men is we will do whatever, especially good men, we're going to do whatever it takes to make you happy. That makes us satisfied. That we are doing our job as husbands, as boyfriends, as fiancés, whatever it is. But please don't forget about us. Happy wife, happy husband, happy marriage, happy life. That's how it lines up. Just don't forget about us, okay? Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it opened your perspective, as I'm always speaking from a man's point of view to help y'all ladies and women out there. And I will see y'all on my next video. Enjoy y'all day. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.